Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make your very own YouTube intro Barbie edition styling. This video is very in-depth, so by the end of it you'll be able to create your own magic. But I also know making YouTube intro is a bit time consuming, so I recently started making intros, outros and banners for people. If you're looking for someone to make those for you, you can follow and DM me on my IG page at Kadisha Sutherland, and I got you all. So let's jump into the video. Before we get started, I'm going to show you what the intro looks like.
Snowing up your belly, feel it down, stop. So she wanna come on, she whining up. Snowing up your belly, feel it down, stop. So she wanna come on. Love it how she whining up her body.
Yes, I know it's dope. So leave some comments down below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first thing first, I open Pinterest and I'm going to look for a nice photo, something that's Barbie inspirational, that gives you the kind of Barbie feel to it. I saved a lot of photos. I saved a lot because I wanted a lot of options, to have options. So go through Pinterest and see what you like. My reason for saving a lot of photos is because I didn't really know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to create. So me saving a lot of photos and then going into my photo album and seeing everything collectively, then I could analyze and be like, okay, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use that. So I would suggest doing the same. I am now going to open Fonto and I'm going to type in a YouTube measurement. So I'm going to press plain images, right? And I'm going to type in 1280 by 720. I'm going to save this image and then I am going to open the app on top that is called CapCut. I'm going to start a new project and I am going to enter one of the photos that I saved from Pinterest. I'm going to use this as the background. As you see, I saved a lot of cute stuff on Pinterest, so I have a lot of options I can work with, but I decided to use this one, I don't know. And I'm just going to make sure that the Barbie part is visible. So now I'm going to show you all a trick. I am going to go into Google and I'm going to type up www.bg.remove. This removes the background image from your photos. I'm going to click on upload image and you'll see photo library. So I'm going to search for the photo of my model. I'm going to click on the photo and it's going to upload, and there you are going to see that the background was removed. So now I'm just going to download this image. I'm going back into CapCut and I'm going to add overlay and I'm going to insert the image that we just saved. I'm just going to move the image and make it a little bigger. I'm going to click on add overlay and you would see animation below, and I'm going to press that, and with that you can use whichever feature that you want. It basically gives different transitions of the photo, so I played around with this a bit and see which one I liked. The one I chose was zoom 1. You can also lengthen or shorten the duration of the animation. You can also lengthen or shorten the time frame of the video, but as you know, it's a YouTube intro, so I wanted it to be short. So now I'm going to save this. You are going to see an arrow on top. You are going to press that in order for the video to save. Now that the video is saved, I'm going to click on new project and I'm going to insert that video, that same video that we just did, and below you're going to see effect. I'm going to press effect and I'm going to add, I'm going to look for one that I like. Under mood, I scrolled and the one that I chose was whimsical. It gives like a nice butterfly effect. Right, so far so good. So now I'm going into Google and I'm going to type up white glitter background. This is for her name that we are going to make. I saved a few, then I go into PixArt and I press the plus sign below. I scrolled down and I'm going to press the kind of checkered background, and that gives you a transparent background. Below, when you scroll to the side, you're going to see add photo. I'm going to add the white background that I saved earlier from Fonto. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to see the words of her name a little more clearer. Now below, when you click on the word color, you're going to see color, gradient, and texture. We are going to go on texture. This is where we'll be inserting the white glitter background that we saved from Google. So we press the plus, the picture sign. Going to insert that. I'm going to click on stroke. I'm going to add a black stroke. This basically outlines the word. I am now going to change the font of her name into something a little more fancy. The fonts I used, I will put the name in the description box or across the screen. Now I'm going to click on stroke. I'm going to increase it. The reason I'm doing this is because I want the words to pop a little more. I am going to X off the white background and then I'm going to save the words by itself. I'm going to open photos so I can show you what it looks like. I'm heading back into CapCut and I'm going to insert as an overlay. Add overlay. I'm going to insert the photo that we just did. I am now going to click on the photo and I'm going to press animation. So I'm basically going to add a transition to it. I'm going to click on in and the one I'm going to use is increase the duration of the animation to around 1 second. I am going to save this by pressing the arrow on top and this is what it looks like. Okay, so on to the next one. What I did first was open PixAds and I pressed the plus sign below. I scrolled down until the checkered background, the transparent background that we are going to use, and I pressed on sticker below. I am now going to type in frame and I'm going to look for a frame that I like. I didn't see any that I liked, so I decided to type in picture frame instead, and I saw this one and I liked it. So now, as you can see, it's black, so now I'm going to change it into white. I clicked on effects and when you slide you would see the word colors. When I slide it now, I'm going to see the word negative. I'm going to click on that, which is like a white frame with blue writings on it, and I'm going to save this effect. Now I'm going to open back CapCut and I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to click on the photo, which is the white background that we saved from Fonto, which has the YouTube measurement sizing. Now I'm going to click on add overlay and I'm going to add a photo that I saved from Pinterest. This is going to be our new background, of course. I am just going to add this and expand the photo. I just lengthened the time frame so it can be the same as the white background. I am now going to press add overlay and I'm going to search in my videos for one of the videos she sent me and I'm going to use this one. I am going to adjust it to the same time frame as everything else. Now I'm going to click on add overlay. I'm going to add the photo that we saved from PixArt, the frame. As you can see, the picture frame is bigger than the video. So now what I do is just enlarge the size of the video and adjust the frame over it. That still didn't work, so what I decided to do was go into photos and search for the video and crop it, and then I insert it back into CapCut and adjust it to the size of the frame. Okay, so there we have it. Now I'm going to press the arrow on top and I'm going to save this onto my phone, and then I'm going to add an effect onto it. My reason for saving this is because an effect cannot be added with all those overlays that were already in place in the video. Now I'm going back into CapCut. I select a new project. I'm going to insert the video that we saved and I'm going to add an effect. I went into trending, and the one I decided to use was rainbow heart. I decided to add one more effect onto this video. I scrolled to frame and selected mini screen, and that's the one I chose. I clicked the arrow above to save this video, and this is what it looks like. Now on to the other part. What I did first, I went into Google and www.bg.remove, typing that, and I'm simply going to remove the background of one of the photos that I'm now going to use. So that is saved. I'm heading back into CapCut, and I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to enter the white photo that we saved with the YouTube measurements. So I'm going to insert that, and now I'm going to add overlay, and I'm going to insert one of the photos that I saved from Pinterest. I'm going to use that as my new background now. I'm now going to add overlay again, and I'm going to insert the photo that we removed the background from. I am just going to adjust the photo and resize it. I'm just going to lengthen the time frame of the overlays that I added so it could be the same as the white background. Okay, so I find this is looking a bit empty, so I'm going to re-add the same photo as an overlay, and I'm going to put it on the opposite direction. So when I click on the last overlay that I added, I'm going to press edit, and you would see mirror, rotate, crop. I clicked on mirror, so the image will be like facing each other. Okay, so I just resized it, and now I'm going to save this video by pressing the arrow on top, and then we are going to add an effect onto the video. So now that is saved, I'm going to click on new project, and I'm going to add the video that we just saved. Below you're going to see effects. I click on that, and under trending I scrolled, and you're going to see shake. That's the effect that I used, and I used another one which when you go into mood section you're going to see miss. So I used those both effects onto the video. I adjusted the time frame of the shake, making it shorter than miss, because I find the shaking for a long period of time was a bit too much. So adjust it to your liking. Now I'm going to save this video by pressing the arrow on top, and this is what it looks like. Onto the last part, I went into Fonto, and I'm going into plain image, and I'm going to type up the YouTube measurement 1280 by 720. Right, I'm going to press use. I'm going to change the color of the background into a pink. I am now going to save this, and I'm going into photo grid. I clicked on grid, and I'm going to select two videos that I would like to use. Now I clicked on borders, and I'm going to remove the border. I X'd off the word photo grid below, so you wouldn't be seeing that. And yes, I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to open CapCut. Of course, I clicked on new project, and I'm going to add the video that we just did. I'm going to press add overlay, and I'm going to press on the photo, the pink photo that we saved. And of course, make sure that it is the length of the video. And now I'm going to carry down the opacity, right, so it makes it a little transparent, and I'm going to save this project. I clicked on add new project, and I'm going to insert the video that we just saved. Now I'm going to click on effects, and I'm going into mood, and I'm going to scroll, and I'm going to select metamorphosis, and that's the one I'm going to use. It's a beautiful butterfly effect. Now I'm going to open PixArt, and I'm going to use the color background, the checkered color background, and I'm going to select stickers, and I'm going to type a picture frame, and I'm going to look for a frame that I liked. I saved a couple so I can decide after. I'm going back into CapCut, and I'm going to add overlay, press add overlay, and I'm going to insert a photo, and then I'm going to crop it and size it, and I'm going to add a frame onto that photo. When you click on edit, you're going to see mirror rotate crop. I'm just going to rotate it a little so it will give it a little tilt. So I'm just going to keep pressing add overlay in order to insert the other photo and to add the frames onto the photos. Now I'm going to add an animation onto the overlays, so basically giving it a little transition. The one I used on the left was swing for both the photo and the frame, and for the one on the right I used swing bottom for both images. Okay, so now I'm going into PixArt and I'm going to go on colored background, the checkered background of course, so we can get a transparent background. I'm going to press stickers and I'm going to look for Instagram icon that I can use, and I'm going to save this. You can just minimize it, but I don't know why I saved it and exited, but you can just minimize it and then create your name. So then I added text. Now I'm going to click on color. When you click on color, you're going to see color, gradient, texture. I'm going to press gradient and I'm going to use two colors. The colors that I'm going to use are pink and white. Now I'm going to add a stroke, of course, my favorite. I'm going to add a purple, make the word pop. And after that, I'm going to change the font of the word. I'll have it like across the screen. I am going to click on add photo and I'm going to insert the icon that I saved. And now I'm going to save this project, save this onto my photos, and I'm going to open CapCut and I'm going to add it as an overlay. I am now going to tilt it and then I'm going to save this clip. Afterwards, I'm going back into CapCut and I'm going to add new project and I'm going to save all the pieces, the 4 pieces that we did. I'm going to insert that. Then I clicked on each clip and added a transition. I'm going to show you the first one because I took like really long in choosing one that I really liked for all. So for the first one, I used gradient wipe, and that's what it looks like. And then I chose the rest. For the third part under MG, I used wave right, and for the last part under camera, I used spin counterclockwise. I saved this and now I'm going to show you what the end result look like, and this is what it looks like. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know if it was informative, if you guys really liked it, if it helped you all, if you all are going to use the steps, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't as yet, and make sure to turn on your notification bell so each time I upload you'll be the first to know. Bye. Thank you for watching.